Hello, this is Brian Purdy with the Florida Aviation Network. The Preconvention Tour, sunrise at OSH, Wisconsin, the daybreak of AirVenture 2023. And as usual, here at the Volunteer Center, we've already started having a continual list of volunteers that are needed. And starting tomorrow, the gate at Vern and Forest Home will open. Probably one of the shortest and easiest ways to get in from the campground. If you're a Verizon customer, they bring in their response team for having sufficient connections available. And right next door is the daily pancake breakfast. So if you're camping or just coming in early enough, each chapter gets an opportunity to sponsor this as a fundraising event, and there's also a good breakfast, possibly at a reasonable price. And Aeromart, over at the southwest corner of the grounds, where many of the vendors will make their products available. Another view of the Aero Market as it gets over here, and it's right to the south of Hangar D, which is the southwestmost hangar. And this is one of several EAA merchandise tents. And if you are an EAA member, there are like a 10% discount. And of course, there's many places to get something to eat along the way. Just make sure your credit card's not at its maxed out yet. Being the Sunday before the show, there's still plenty to do to get fully up and ready. Of course, the rain we had Saturday night probably did not help things. Here we are inside the main gate entrance, where people will redeem their tickets to get their wristbands at the corner of Molova and Celebration Way. This is the primary in James Ray on the other side. This is the primary main drag from the entrance all the way down to Boeing Plaza. Join me as we take a walk around the main campus to see what you'll see when you first arrive, and then maybe a little side roads along the way. Aircraft, we've got all makes and models. Come join us and Cirrus Aircraft finishing up their display area on Celebration Way, just north of Hangar D, and Hangar B over there in the distance to the southeast. Continuing on, and then as we go down, you can see Hangar C, which is the northwestmost hangar. And across the way from there is Hangar A in the background. Another place to get something to eat, Thunder Bay Grill on Celebration Way. And the Rotax display, right across it, the Wacko display. They are also a sponsor at Sun and Fun. Their new Junkers aircraft. And Hangar A in the shadow of the control tower, with the Lycoming display just to the south of them. Then the EAA, several EAA tents. Those, Hangar B, right across the way also. Coming up on the center of Celebration Way, the landmark of the Compass Rose. Continuing on Celebration at Knapp, that's where the Compass Rose is located. A little bit of a glare off the rising sun right now. No other sponsor right now for us, just got the EAA logo. But we got the membership tent further to the east, across the way behind that, you've got the Boeing Pavilion, and then you have the Learn to Fly Pavilion. And right next to that, and behind it, if you're into flying cars like I am, the return of the Samson Switchblade to Oshkosh. Come and look at the aircraft that is actually flown in test flight. And right across from the Samson display is the Honeywell Bendix King display, its traditional location. The EAA membership tent, they've got a raffle that they're going through, and right behind them is one of the larger outdoor food vendors, and just to the east of that, the magnificent Boeing display with ForeFlight, Jepson, and along with Boeing products. And in the distance, right next to them is WISC, which is also a collaborative effort with Boeing for air taxi, electric vertical takeoff and landing. Black Hawk Aviation with a Joby Aviation truck behind him. Have to explore and see what Joby's brought. They're another eVTOL developer. In the distance, you can see the C-17 came in the other day, yesterday, I believe. Being a McDonnell Douglas Boeing product, it's understandable to be right here by the Boeing Pavilion in Boeing Plaza. And across from there is Garmin. On the Boeing Plaza, we've got several aircraft so far. Like I said, the C-17, got the V-22 Osprey, a KC-135, an F-15, T-38 in the background there, and also the Phenom, I believe. All of this you'll see on the way to the flight line, where all the air shows and demonstrations will occur. Just west of the Boeing Pavilion, we go back down, we have the other view of Joby Aviation. We'll see what they put up here, possibly if that's their tent. And as we go, we can see the National Association of Flight Instructors tent as we're approaching it. Oh, this is AFWERX, which is the Air Force program for new technology and bringing it in from the market for military and Air Force use. And down from the AFWERX display, we've got Neo Aeronautics, Lift, and there's Hangar B in the background. We got the Airline Pilots Association International tent. And as we saw before, the NAFI, National Association of Flight Instructors tent. And in the background there, you can see one of the walls for the Theater in the Woods. They'll have a multitude of programs there. Looking again towards the flight line. Another view from the Boeing Plaza. We've got Garmin, the Boeing Pavilion, the V-22 Osprey. And as we get closer, we've actually got some training aircraft from Vance Air Force Base. We've got the T-38 for the fighter lead-in, and then also, I forget the designation, but it's more of a preparation for the heavies and tanker and transport and bomber pilots. We are looking south on Whitman Way, where a lot of the camping aircraft have come in. Whitman Way is just parallel to the runway. We've got a couple aircraft. I think this is the Cessna mass arrival. And this is the communications center where I help out when I'm doing a multitude of things. Multitude of aircraft in the camping, as you can see. We've got mass arrival aircraft coming in. On Doolittle, you'll find the Fly-In Theater. This week we have a full schedule. Unfortunately, last night we had rain again, so the first movie on Saturday was canceled. Imagine, if you will, if you can see the black spot down there, the inflatable screen for the Fly-In Theater. This is Brian Purdy with the Florida Aviation Network. Thank you for joining us today.